Assalamualaikum badiwolu. Ngal konton bake ngal bisimila na programme to min keta political discussion soti defo le natali janke kendo pour ma discussion o demande soto kadiamu na current issue la men yalo be Gambia temela jambake be few minutes kala defo be diamu la ni wo bataye be line o kala je WhatsApp line o kala je men yalo ko albella flaga contribute kala on part nim for discussion o nyi kono. So kono atol men be jiberola alsa katali program ni share ngadum ka kono sainten nga kumase ni alson dabi mo be la foda soto la le ko kadiamo diambe mo be alawla le pour ye call kenang ye diamo be UDP TV media la jibe kante live be stream kan on YouTube be Twitter be jamfana so ala barka bake ka fali ko wal bismillah na program oto janning kadum ko chakono kan na patio kontong UDP militant sol kal kontong ka nyaton ko kontong men kada na pati la executive ti kamo be kontong pati militant sol all the media houses many along ko be do polan all the concerned Gambians many along ko be do polan. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. The most important thing is imari la own consent wole be imari judge la wole kumayata at this point. So wole asabum be emphasis kala woto janning kadum na topic follow kono media mula Gambia di ngoli media mula UDP ngkodie baro la kambo memba sabla no pour adam baro ye gagné no abekala ku kilineti atekala nyinti ko support ni memba bulo ko no abe winna wala atekala nyinti ko Gambia di ngoli wala yakanu atekala nyinti ko darajo wole bala wole asabun abe gagné ra ning gagné bekala la karala abe kalan tol fon la fault lati abe kalan na fault nyaadi le wala mo nyiti ko nakate o mbe woleta la nga valueless than money ko do manyen naka kumaya nyakoto fonga nakate kisota nga wafi nimbaro be ganyela ku dantangole be baro ganyendila so wala sabu fonse ge ko ndi bake nyoma mba ko nyin fulale wati wo wati pour ka mol haklo bulandi beni alon ke be Gambia mo kane la katse wafi ya kumase let to go around pour ka katse mutake sam last week was it this week I think it was on Monday or Tuesday not janenga fuja that they personally I know somebody me alonko unfortunately ala katse o wafi de brikama so mune asabu mbo fo kan jam as akumase ta Gambia le pour moli la katse nyin taka wafi barola moli akumase le but même kuma yati jam alingam famu nyini kaba andi ye dalas keme bulla dila wallanto ye dalas billu la dila 5,000 Gambian dollars yela 5 years operation on yewo exchange for 3 days enjoyment because $5,000 is among most ambakata be 7 days la Gambia alanga nyim fahamba nyina sabu ngamodo la kumo moy abe diamu kan nyomi abe sensitization la je he was talking about things like this moy ne kan ay dalas billu lo dila ay la carte ke so modi blokano ay tay la carte ke so nyin ay jani because itamu UDP demolati donc koy kana carte fa UDP hanni ma fay tol fanam famoy yewo dala si bilu lo nyinta tili sabatili nani ay bay blokano carte fay wena nyin man sama yalon ko I call him the zoo president ay tambi ay ta Gambia halaki ko take for another 5 years itela wo bili lulo ni yemendi la yabantil sabokono yes sofa man safon atelonna ate bodula fongolonna anything that has to do with the betterment of your life is not going to be part of it so alangan ke ku ba ke karte samoto na militant soul anin na council lu men yalon ko albe duma anin na foot militant soul men yalon ko albe ni ko nyin alba fight kam let us do it together alangata door to door for UDP to assign the bank to be a monitoring team wala ndo febe assign Nimu concerned Gambians and Nimu UDP doing what you are concerned about the future of our country. Okay, from ye dunna kuoti bang yeta door to door campaign la. Allah mafongola Allah konyulukan. Allah kabilo lukono al dunje bang al yaita ndila katre sannalu ya dati le pour ko fundina baro ning ala molu. So mo kana ila karte wafi ibajala ko nakate o atetinyala no. Kugli ne bige alinga wole understand. FPRC ni Balola Alliance a manke fretti for the UDP. mo kana selango la fam pour yela carte wafi wala to wait agitate fango pour relax ila activity so le men to sensitize the people pour ikani la carte mutake wafi alinga wo faham bake be la fila militant soldier wo faham bake be win kanne and we are going to win wato membege amam felsi be win kanne already ali signs soldier the signs are very clear. The agitations from the authorities is something may I tell la komongo albe win kanne. Instead of concentrating on matters many along with matter and then they will help the Gambia, they are no more interested in that. It will interest the men na wolo musainting character assassination no kafuntim banta to spew lies as usual as they used to. If niyowoke any ruling government la alongo they are losing. The battle is over for them. So FPRC long ila strong base bedament of Gambia ngalongo blasa badam malo black linda malam wolam foniti ni wala carte fon be kaf nyuma man pesi anu foni fon be manke FPRC anymore and even foni be mu FPRC le baloni FPRC la coalition oni handing ya jamele diamuta wote foni kala absolute FPRC which also means foni is not going to be in support of NPP absolutely. So this is the point. Yalong deo bekerin ni yaje UDP ngol meta deola UDP ngol ye mathematics kale andung ya banne juna so nyinu be calculator ko kono le nyi manke surprise ti moye we all saw this coming out so wala sabung alinga try na more sensitize the winale landslides ni ayata no ko diamutan na moli e purikani la katel wafi bar nimma woge dron abe manila mbulo kono bagale ali ajele nganna kale sino karane me yalon ka ketanang nyamina katre fay okete nyamen molu imam funting ka katre fay of course imam katre fay NPP bari ye kodol sambe kodol dila ye kalindi qur'ano la ko ko kana fundi ka katre fay andi ka oke nyaadile atol men yalon ko jigra ko almo UDP ko lati e be atol lel karan la qur'ano mun na belief lati ni kalala imuka fea ye kalimenna imuka song ye o ko nyi ye wo bay NPP Nkoli was strategy like Nyamina. It works for them. I worked at NPP in Nyamina. I worked at NPP in Nyamina. So wale asabung ibakuani ibadati kamkoteke. So we go straight to our first topic oto ngata ngakachapang. TRRC la kuani. Aliakalam tala TRRC nyanga kila report ni ingena ka submit on the 26th level 27th. So report on ying kabrita na bawo yan naka submit to the Justice Minister. I think Gambia nka useless cabinet sadole, but again we have another very useless cabinet, including that Justice Minister, Dauda. Is it Dauda Jallo? I don't even know his name. Dauda Jallo, I believe. So Dauda Jallo aliya jele ngine asa buntenga problem oso funikela. Niya funding ke palaso siva dolto ngine asa buntenga problem oso dige because ntemang frustrato la kotake aliya Dauda Jallo jele. He's one of the most useless justice minister or injustice ministers may along Africa. At his age, Moba expect Dauda Jallo would stand for the Gambia, for the interest of the Gambian people. One would have expected that. Come on, go Nyimbelo Gambia, a Gambia la quota, make Gambia favor. You work towards that. When are we going to stop? Try to convince or try to satisfy the executives on the matters many along. They are so much important to the Gambian people. You never care in Gambia. You never care in Nabangokan. I think Nimma Nyemfaham drong, Abekala massive ballot in the Bangokan. Abekala massive ballot in Gambia Bangokan. Dauda Jallo Emenke, Cabring TRC Futara Campurgela Ripodo Nika submit. Dauda Emenke Wolomu, another recommendation or the TRC la will include the report on Yito. Ibajala ko niya woke TRC la, it also not deadline on TRC la, Yanako report on Nika submit Waromena. They have calculated everything. Kajeko, Ninku Woketa Wanyama, Saibajala ko, TRC la report on Yimbedi la President Waromena. And in country to Jamfalanola. So the mandate ning, the authority member can put Gajeko, and yan naka report on ying, and yan naka white paper in Funtendile, Kafugo, Benina acceptla, then you acceptla, signing a duration if it in September, a Bajalako 3 months or 6 months over Tambelale, Wakala Kasefa Colality. A Bajalako Tia Silla report on ying, Atakalaka mandate to pry white paper in Funtendi, then in Kasefa Okasi. Nyimbe mu munati wala mu abe FPRC no ka nyamen abe FPRC dek ka nyamen pour reporto nyin kana fondi jannin kate few kasi ase campaign o kenole amal lose no FPRC la karte wala nyina mu plano nyindi yemenke but say ninte mo FPRC ngoti bengin karo kala menne ndenga mira atul nyana ka demand adama baro block no jannin kate few be sila bawo this zoo president, he's the greatest betrayer. He's the greatest betrayer. Ibe mengela Gambia banko kang or as a president, ibe mengela Africa banko kang. Ninde mo FPRCDP, be men demand na president baro bulokon wolo nyinti ko. Ay TRRC la decision no make jannin carte feo be sila. Ay TRRC la decision no make. Ay recommendation no I will implement follow. Ya jibe recommendation jumale tel febo, jumal me tel febo, janding katre fayo besila. But as the saying goes, not every lunatic is a fool. Barrow could be a lunatic, we all know, and he is not capable to rule human. Other than a zoo, among capable to any group of people or any community can rule. But afalabe kang FPRC kang FPRC nilang dapat be rambo jaran ala dakala jang ko sula wulango wol nila kumol be just because of their hate for UDP they cannot even see this simple trap, the trap that is going to lead to the destruction and to the termination of FPRC from our political atmosphere. Ali Barrow support like win 2021 FPRC is no more. Rambo Jara is going back to the water. Rambo Jara is going back to drive the tractors and other stuff. Mukalaf kadiam bagala kuona. Because Rambo got married to my student. Mole asabu kumbuka diam baka Rambo wala kuola. Ngamo male Rambo ni wada malam. I can say whatever I want to say. Because I know that guy is one of the most incapable Gambians. Many of them they've ever worked in our public service. Rambo is one of them. Rambo has no authority, no moral authority to talk about decency in that country by considering all what happened under their watch and what the Janet Commission also revealed to the Gambian people. So people like Rambo, they have no moral authority on things that matters to express our decency when it comes to the politics of our country. So, but konga fanyameng nadiamo mo kitang fabagala ko. Because nakarandingo I will have somebody who has been so close to me. So where sabung kakale doman ningala koto. Yeah, but to tell the truth, Rambo will monkey hanamadin sobet. Rambo monkey hanamadin sobet among integrity sara, among dignity sara, their hate for UDP is just growing continuously. So FPRC literally yalon nako baro bekele kanne. FPRC yalon nako baro bekele kanne. Abekele kanyadile. New recommendation of our international organizations, the international donors, the international institutions, many along formal interest that Gambia la TRC la katambi itol fongola. Since the TRC was funded by the international organizations, the PRC was not funded by the government. Yet funding in external funding wala sabu TRC has been implemented. So when you kodo nyindila, then you kodo they would love to see that. New one thing, the corruption and the scandal, international organizational mentor against the government of the Gambia. Alia Kalam Talko recently, there has been some restrictions against the Gambian citizens to enter EU. So, ning imang TRC nyong fanana recommendation odi, since womo kilimulalia funding jindila, there is going to be harsh steps against the Gambia government. So, Baruto Sono Bela. Aliamole Biso Manda, the British government, they gave their own version that ila parliament on jintiye almost 7 parliamentarians will let the Gambia government should accept the recommendations of the TRC. Be alio moile. Well bafundring kibarod anantonyala because I read it in the British newspapers too. Nga read the standard newspaper fana. Angatela parliamento deputy worawla many along deputy all meet will be interested in Gambia at this early stage ko TRC be recommendation o medila barola mansakunda nyanna kamudala ya implement, and that recommendations including that ya jamme besit la nyadile pour ya jamme bidala ICC nyadile ya jamme lata ICC baro man sembe sotige among a prevent no. Yes, baro executive power sotole ya jamme padin pour aynana Gambia banko kam. Yes, I agree with that. But baro man sembe soto kaje ko ya jamme kana tano International Criminal Court kaje ko ya jamme kana prosecute no ko ay mol bucha nyame ya fanam bucha wo nyama baro man sembe soto ka foko jonglal men yalon ko mol fa murderers will kana trial in face. If Usman Sonko is at the International Criminal Court today, Usman Sonko, who killed less than 5 people, he was involved in the killing of less than 5 people. If Usman Sonko is facing this kind of harsh treatments in the face of the law, what makes you people believe that Yahya Jammeh is going to be an exception? If Yankuba Toure in the Gambia could be sentenced to death by hanging, who was mentioned in the killing of only Koro Sise, what makes you people believe, FPRC, that Yahya Jammeh is not going to be part of that crew because he was the head? And most of the killings, including his own relatives, family members, Yahya Jammeh ordered them. He ordered for their killings and assassinations. So Barobe Al-Nenek and FPRC, this is what Baro is doing. He's trying to buy time to make sure that FPRC will have no option but to support him simply because they are in the deal, a deal that is never going to be fulfilled. But since that time, Abakala Wado to Wado me alongo, at the incumbent la Adam Baroka Pru I Diloni honor because Diloni Menyanaka honor, woman futa follow, APRC Bafas are fire. But just as dishonest and illiterate as he is, he's not going to implement that. APRC for Najamfala Wolanyam Elapatio because Yahya Jammeh he has no option. Adole Baroloni. If worst comes to the worst, Baro Yajako Yahya Jammeh Kasamba Kasola, Wole Yahya Jammeh Kasamba Kasola. Anin kasamba balia kasola wole be kuntula atela mansaya anin nafulo abe mensot la babol blokon mune ya tol belief ndiko barote wokela mume ya itandal la ko ngo ni mansaya jarta inde pour ay fa dan ataman si ko take ni mansa silanka ni ko do landai ye situation o landai ka fa ko sainde ye ya jamme ya dinale ngasamba ngakitindi wallanto ko do kamen diala na banta mutu abole intandala ko do kamen diala na banta ngabe stop FPRC. What gives you people the hope that Barrow is not going to go in for the money? You ask yourself about this question. I ask you again. Barrow, you could lie. Abekodo atlama sakunda abekodo sor la nyame to babol bulokon. Yewo lie, yewo kuntu, wole fisaya amang Yahya Jammeh dito la preda Yahya Jammeh kitindi. Mune ya sabung atol ya mira FPRC nkolo Barrow te wokela. But FPRC, it is really unfortunate that you are not seeing all these angles and your party is just going to die like that. Your party is going to die like that. You fought together. You defended Yahya Jammeh together. 5 years down the line, Yahya Jammeh left the Gambia. And now this is how your party is going to die. If I were FPRC, Yahya Jammeh might go to ICC. Of course, nobody can prevent Yahya Jammeh to go to ICC. Not even when UDP government comes, we will be able to do that. That is the hard fact. The atrocities that he committed is above the jurisdiction of the Gambia. International organizations are interested. Every single person who is interested to see that justice serves, they are all interested in Yahya Jammeh's case. It's not only affecting the Gambia. The Senegalese are involved. The Ghanaian government is interested. The Ivorian government is interested. The American government is interested, since he also murdered American citizens. This is the hard fact. So I ask the FPRC again, what is Alibemen expecting? Or maybe FPRC is expecting, or they even willing to see Barrow hand over Yahya Jammeh to the International Criminal Court, or than to see UDP handing over Yahya Jammeh to the International Criminal Court. This is the conclusion because other than that, it doesn't make any sense that Barrow be al-Nini on think something that Barrow himself cannot do. Barrow be al-Nini on something that Barrow himself cannot do. This is the point. But it baffles me that when I see this zoo president, Adam Barrow, try try to manipulate people. Try to manipulate people. Me video clip ne play la jang. Ba video play la pro ale la moy baake. Because left ale. The reason why I'm calling him the zoo president. So that people will know the reason why I'm calling this guy the president of the zoo and not the Gambia. So that you can all see what I'm talking about. I can't allow UDP like Patiokang. I can't allow UDP like Nyatongkokang. But just as we always say, the more he talk, the more he reveal his inexperience and his second color, that is to tell lies and to spew rubbish to the people. I think Gambia, we have the worst president ever in our history. When leaders talk, when leaders are talking to their people, when leaders are talking, especially in the crucial times like this, Gambia is almost in a flame. We need somebody who can unify the country. We need somebody who can come and calm down the temperature. We need somebody who can come and make value and make positive, impressions to the political climate already catalyzing political climate in the country. We need a leader like that, and not a leader who will come and try to castigate people. And Ning Alial Hakilobula, this is the very guy Menka Funyiko. It all left the politics of decency, Kamola character assassinate, it all Manlafola, and all sorts of rubbish he was saying on the media. You all heard that. But look at the president who called people yesterday. Look at the kind of nonsense he was explaining. Forgetting that he was explaining and showing up his own indecency. This is the kind of indecent zoo of a president. Indecent zoo leader, zoo guard. And we are calling him our president. He is no more, for me, he's not my president anymore. Because the guy is not qualified to head a community. The only position that I can assign this guy to is to go and lead one of the zoos, probably the zoo or the Kiang West National Park. He can be a zoo guard there. I think he is qualified to do that, but not as the president of our country. Presidents do not talk like that. So let me play this video. You listen to the kind of lies, the kind of childish behaviors from the president. Many a times whether Barrow has been hypnotized. Because Ning Barrow he tells lies that are not even matching. And you can even tell from the way his body expressions are going on. But the question I asked him from this video, let's watch, then I can.
Test sentence la sama, nimme a sentence on a file a courthouse already. Because Nara in a raya water, go more of Malo Yanda, but that's for 50,000. You couldn't throw the joy. I'm going to the Nakoro. I'm going to more cool make a share back. No more cool killer, Melia of Safari Nati. Nkata ni mele ala wolle ka bade ko kanda ikata ka safe wol dila pour ye furel ko wulin di ka safe sare ko ngol de ko ngalum do je safe saba fure saba pour que ko wulin di ka Allah ka safe pour ko senu yakana amanke no ngoy ko nganyil de kala amanke sain ya mere yile bi ba ke no la I ko a fole ka ka ba kala ngoy ko ndene ko robol law kortende iko kortende bul nya fonde ngi tuddo ko la pe daw ko ngonde de ko robol tuwa dum gol malo e jumale ko wol be en ko de pour pression ni ka ko ma fer ki na ko nata ko robol ni fawni mo ro diam do ka ko da advance payment yo asoto advance payment nga ko lo nyimbi wo.
So baringulu atolelien na zoo president moy abe diamu kan damento ko aka Hussein Dabole character assassinate ning aliala diamu la moy alba understand na len kam mem fo ali jang every single day nin nata jang life we try to tell the Gambian people the kind of incompetent president we have, the kind of a creature who is qualified to lead only the zoo we have as our president and as our head of state. Ni African president who among the presidents who lacked the primary education, to talk to them about these kind of issues. And even if this thing was true, let's assume that Nimutonality, Usain Dabo Bakasoko time women Ate was part of the team as he claimed. He was not even ashamed to sit to the Gambian people to tell them this. This is the kind of shameless president we have in our country. Then Hussein was not even part of the group. Adama being part of it, Adabe Molkono many frol kuele ko afonga afonyame. Atenyen nakala multi me alonko ala hadamadiya wenyan nakata fongo to come out to tell this to the Gambian people. But this is what happened. This is what happened if an animal God become the president. The boss in the zoo become the president. This is what happened. So look at what he is talking about here. How ignorant he is, how heartless he could go, how heartless he can be. Gambia Gambia at this moment. You can go this low to expose your ignorance. Imalong ninyi mukule tukume fanga yalong ko luala interest lebige barobe soronale walando ya impeach. But karambali ama betia alangan dimul karandi bake. Let us try and send our kids to school. Alanga kada ngandimul karandi bake. Karambali ama betia masi bolo. This is the kind of horrible leader we have, and he called himself our president. He called himself our president. And he is not different from a zoo leader, the zoo guard. Very incompetent. Anytime he lies, he cannot even lie, with confidence. Body language, and now the question becomes, Ako kaburu kandala ini wala kanyomo kaburu kandala jumalamu kaburu jumalamu ate would be follow because it is a plain lie. Adamanala was super kanja dabe nyame ku ya longo moya fa safo kako studi jata kaitene halifa sala kaitene mune hasabu amanyi njoy mu dayele bade ko jumalamu ani judi pinka jumalal bege itara bade ko jumalto tam jumale tata si hajelle yake he is not going to say all those things because aying haminyi na kamapuru aya miranu ning afundita na Gambia saying Kausen Dabotinya Gambia Batakanula. Because I told you people here last week, the only weapon left for NPP is to character assassinate Useno Dabo, Kausen Dabo Totinya, Kula Menialoke Manke Toyati, Wala Sabu, Nafalieko, Kutaker in the Mamuela, Sanaja Namika. So many people have been saying this. Ninkatefeonia Sudia, Kutaker in Contememoina. Eliamwe Nyamati Dolbe America Diamula, Nyamati Bani, who is the president of the zoo, called the Gambia. Wofanam fundina adiam rakunung aini kaum lausiruka ay be jamon jamon le moyla ya be plan man kam wala ya menanu ni funtanang ye busen totinya Gambia dingul be jut lausen nawte amola but truly Allah is in control. The more they attempt to assassinate his personal character, the more our love for him is growing. Just as it was said in the Things Fall Apart. O Congo and Mam for Wallon Yindiko, Usenu Lakanoning, Abelafakan Neko, Nietamala, Yantamulokono, Wulokono, Tilikandokono. The Banyan Farfaranyame, Usen Lafim is growing like that. Until the day he was going to be, or he is going to be called the president-elect of the Gambia, December 5th. Inshallah, Allah will bailano. Because the Gambian people deserve change. Gambian people needs a better living condition. The Gambian people deserves somebody who qualifies to be called a human president, and not somebody whose qualification could only have earned him the guard in the zoo. And indeed, he is not different from them. The way he is talking, a leader do not talk like this. Even the the adolescents, they don't speak like this. Even the most illiterate presidential advisors, some of them think far ahead of this man. This man is a shame to the presidency. It's a shame to Gambia. It's a shame to call him a Gambian president. No wonder they call him the accidental president. We all got angry at that time because we thought we were going to deal with a human as our president. We never knew that we're going to have a clown, a beast as our president. So manta jam fala jam me kala sayin fango just to allow more fana yena membe mul be da kono albe afo jam be no bakala janne no me yalon kal ba ko la nole albe diam la nole, and all of you can have your say on this nonsense that the zoo president just ordered yesterday, when he called people and he had nothing to talk about to the Gambian people. All what he could do was to attempt to character assassinate men of God, men of integrity, and men of dignity, men whose left foot are even more important than his entire image. So here is the number. I'll send call no. You can call this number on WhatsApp and you can have your say on the program. I'll send you number call no, then I'll say on the program. But Gambia, we need a national prayer. Gambia needs a national prayer. Ibajela ko kuol men beke kan Gambia ala say aduanin asamuta molye, because Gambia is in a very funny situation right now. You tell me one thing, that if this man wins the election in the Gambia, Gambia is going to crumble. Our country is going to be deleted from the face of this earth. Because Bangona Famunity, the inhabitants, to have a better living condition. The should not see telling lies and character assassinating people as a norm and values in our country. That's not Gambia that we know. And that's not the Gambia that, despite his atrocities and everything else, we were told that Jammeh Mukalafi Alambetin Blackford, you call somebody to attack a politician. But here we have the zoo president, the zoo leader, try to character assassinate somebody he once called his father. This is how shameless he could be. This is how shameless some men can be. So, but in Yimbe for the Purka Wusianu la character in Kawaletinya. But Wusianu is somebody, may along Dunia Belea honor, Gambia Belea respect, and he knows this stuff. He knows what he's going to do when he becomes the president, and not like this zoo president who is only interested in how to gain more wealth for himself and his family. Albala jamfani albasu de la nyadile ateni momo e ko dati nyola kabrenga like childhood friends for people that I met in the political field, and he be not to put simply because he is so selfish that he cannot go with anybody who use his brain to think twice. The only concern Adam have is how he is going to get himself re-elected. But now FPRC can go ahead and form coalition with him. That's very fine, and that is never a surprise to any single Gambian, because people know that FPRC is desperate. They don't even have any source of funding, but uniform fundamental. So this is just something that people have been predicting since 2020, 2019. So this is normal thing. And again, look at FPRC. They have only one support base, a support base that cannot even add any value to the polls. Yes, because Foni is no more an absolute FPRC. That's the point. Well, Albania agree walale. Yes, I know places in Foni, Minalongo, UDP is even stronger there than FPRC itself. I can name so many places. I know there are so much. I play so many tournaments in Foni Brevet District. And so many of them would recognize me. So I can say this with confidence, that Foni is never, never an absolute FPRC. Never. It's never an absolute FPRC. We all know this. Yes, He has a mental problem in the sake. He says, I think Barrow have mental problem. Barrow must go. He definitely has a mental problem, but not only a mental problem. The guy was just so lucky to become human president. But in reality, he's not qualified to be that. He's only qualified to lead the zoo here, West National Park, as the leader. So you can call this WhatsApp number, those who want to join the show. It's a number you call, Nole, and then you can contribute. Let me have somebody is just trying to call me here. Okay, so so that is it. Number you can call this number to join the program. I don't know if I write the number properly, but let me confirm. You can call this WhatsApp number to join 41728-1698. Yes, so you can call this WhatsApp number to contribute. Is you call no you contribute program on into and have you say about what he said. So now to tell you the difference between Usainu Dabo and Adama Barrow. Video clip play video this is how leaders, this is how responsible leaders, this is how leaders many along ko ye nafa soto balwokono molla balwokono o nyaton ka sifal kadiamu tenne nyaton ko memmu nyaton koti wol kadiamu tenne nyaton ko memmu nyaton koti diamu nyin kake tenne yes ikadiamu tenne. So I will try and play one video here. Me along send double phone a video lam. Nyaton ko ka diamu nyame. Aliala moy. This is how leaders.
2021 election is concerned. What is at stake for the Gambian people and for United Democratic Party?
Well, what is at stake for the United Democratic Party is what is at stake for the Gambia.
And what is that?
What is at stake for the Gambia is a leadership that is sensitive, a leadership that is responsive to the problems of the country, a leadership that will take decisions, not taking into account political expediency. Because you could take decisions that politically can hurt you, but in the long run, they become beneficial to the entire country. And you who has taken that decision, would have left for the nation, a legacy that you could be proud of. You didn't care what consequences your decision would be for you politically. But what you are concerned about is what is going to be the effect of this decision on the general welfare of the Gambian people.
Can you help us with one of the decisions that you have seen the present government or the present leadership have done that is not for the interest of the Gambian people?
Well, when the COVID, in the first place, we call it COVID-19 because this disease, this pandemic, started in 2019. And any responsible government would put in place plans to really combat it, plans of how to meet the devastating effects of this pandemic. We leave it until March of 2020, and even May 2020, we are unable to take any decision. UDP, we closed down all our political activities before government announced. We closed down all our political activities. We also postponed our fundraising because we thought, getting such a huge crowd would not be in the interest of the nation. But they were really organizing all their meetings all over the country, preparing the launching of the what they call NPP. So that is responsible. For UDP, when we took that decision, our general membership did not like it. They were saying, why should this happen? After all, our opponents are doing this. They are going about doing their political activities. We are sitting there, we are not doing anything. I said, but look, I do not want to have any member of my party die of the COVID. So I want to do everything possible to contain the COVID, to make sure that its spread is contained effectively. And after all, many of them agreed with me.
So, Badingolu, aliye difference o jelenka difference o mamfaliye nying nyatonko me alonko, I call him the zoo president of the Gambia, and the imbecile that the Gambian people have as the head of state. And then Busenu double a difference of Benyaming when it comes to Hadamadiya Benyaming, they will always be agitated because Gambian people more lafta more katita more lafta more la me alonka katita. Gambian people want somebody me alonka be Hadamadiya la spirit ni la mol hakilo kono na Gambia banko kan. We need a good governance, a good leadership, and not a corrupt, self-centered leaders. But what is so corrupt, and as if that is not okay. Now telling lies become his second nature too, because now he tells lies anywhere he sit down, as long as you don't write a document for him to read directly. His common sense becomes expired. That would make sense to the Gambian people. Character assassination. Now look at I alkalol kumanina wato men na kombo. Aninga kavo Dr. Sise Damantoko, where were you? Those kind of senseless talks abe walakala anytime ni mangfengo diala, because in reality Barrow do not have any common sense. That is the hard fact. Barola common sense and IQ is very low, unless if you write something for him to read from directly. The only thing that he can do is to spew lies, hate speech, character assassination, for he has no program. He has no agenda to sell to the Gambian people. And this is exactly what they are going to do in the December elections at the campaign. They're only going to attack UDP and bring in tribal sentiments to make the other tribes see that the Gambia or the UDP is trying to segregate you people from the Gambia, and also to tell lies against Ousainou Darboe. Mark my words, in all the campaigns, everywhere where they're going to go and campaign, they have only few things to talk about. One, tribal sentiment, forgetting that UDP is not a tribe. UDP is a political party. Our deputy is a one-off. We have all the key tribes in the executive of that party. But this is what they are going to do. And secondly is to ridicule Ousainou Darboe. Ka Ousainou Darboe la totinya, ka fania lakang, ka kukurumul lakang, kampenyoto. Ning kuflo sota malekino, because muna sabong program de Barrow bulu abe mufla Gambia di mule. Barrow ye fania for Gambia di mule ne fo apatana. Kabrin 2016 mano dalambang, Gambia la silo dalambang, TRRC lambang, constitutional review lambang, security sector reform lambang, Gambia la domoronya lambang, sukuro lambang. I mean pay for promisolity. Sanyang wolto kamola environment ka protect, you break the promisolity. And now he started selling our country, not only to the Europeans now, but to the Chinese. All these things are his loopholes. Well, I submitted no any program, because they have lied to the Gambian people enough. So they have nothing to claim. Only thing they could do is yaja ko memula opponents ti wala mo UDP ka Ousainou Darboe totinya ka UDP totinya ka si faranfaso kamana Gambia banko ka politiko kono ali alla bukolta aliya safe nyim podium moto ni lo dage momo lo da podium moto, including our forbidden Kianka son Fabu Sane and the others. This is what they are going to do. This is going to be their mission. Si faranfaso kaitan dis ni sido lako UDP ilaftakal kenan den bawo ka UDP ka man ka party lati, even though we knew that UDP la party or diversity method is higher than any other political party in the Gambia, but yalong disgruntled people will betene sako momi yalong ko itara yela fonninke ya bege bataroti fonninke ya wato idang mulkila balodi da wato mena waited danne. So the only thing that you have is to rely on lying so that you can have at least feeding, so that you can have a sustenance. This is what is happening in the Gambia. You see so many disgruntled youths. Yeah, so this is the number. The number is in this on the screen. Number you can call plus. Let me write the number here. Let me write the number. I think number it's like people are finding it difficult to put a number in the so but number plus 358 417 29 1698. Yes, so you can call this WhatsApp number. May WhatsApp number signed and bar. Yes, so don't have a number in a bro. The number is not correct. Oh, really? Oh, the number is not correct. The number is not correct. Okay, let me confirm. 417281. 4172. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Number correct. Yeah, you people are right. 9 bedam to al 8 kiye. 9 bedam to al 8 kiye. Let me change it from here. It's 81, not 91. 81698. So this is 81. 417281. 417281698. Okay, so saying number correct that is why comments on but you people are right. You people are right. So let me delete the other number. So number correct. Me along can begin and the sign. Then this is the correct number. Alal hako binding back. So Gambia, this is what is happening. This is the country that we have. This is the country that we have. Yes, this is the country that we have. Unfortunately, this is the country that we have. We have a country where we have somebody may along the second generation of Kamul Kanadinul Karandi like Mansayala Kumfayala. Fania for normal norms and values in the Gambia. Baro is just a criminal. Wala sabong ay work winning. Now, I'll be believe Baro, I'll be interested in Gambia Lokoda Malamanche Gambia development. Look at the amount of money made on the Gambia Bangkoka. In 2021, ye budget men approved Gambia. A budget on young Sifana approved Gambia Bangkoka in the history of the Gambia. But Wokodo Jibe Baroya Beban Kunum Fanatara Parliamento, and he sent his criminal gangster of a minister of finance, Mamburanjai, Purujeta, ye supplementary appropriation below you go for the Gambia government Nyatlola. Equal after Gelela, 1.7 billion Gambian dollars. 1.7 billion Gambian dollars. Only 5 months or 4 months, Puru physical Ianyang Ayabang, and the new Banda. December, ibakodo dole fana demand. January, ibakodo dole fana demand. Ufana bekala billion leti. Same time we have only 5 months. So allow that to go. Mustafa, you are alive. You can join. Bejama,
Fine, thanks.
Alhamdulillah, ko na binyo damani damani. Kay welcome to the program.
Oh, phone up banana kulu ma phone kata jala saba jodo. Jala lo biye 500 meters si jam follow ko.
Jala saba ma phone no.
Because ite ulo londe di
No. Bol man so don do ma phone la. Dol hanin dol ko do ma phone mo jew ma phone la I think. Ni wol be so do la fana wol be kala nun do la. O jala si fa man so don do ma phone.
Kabaka di boy 500 meters bro.
Jumala wa alama.
Fema video gamu.
La akbar. No yalo nying de ni ngara ko mostal kala bon ka agitate le because fania si va man ka fala program ko no it's too much. So
exactly kuno wala kedan de no nga video tani parda sino rekadu. Wasabla nga kiwe bulol bakeri ya ona sa. Video clip through ko la mo one time kan fada ulta man na sino wato ko ka puta wansi. Barola kola na ulita Ika parliamentarian, ika mimpo ka for Mamburenja. For me,
yeah,
I couldn't. The Mambure blame. Then the parliamentarian on the blame.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
So, you approve 1.5 billion, you'll approve instead of 1.7.
Definitely. Definitely. Right. 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 Yeah, but if I come for drunk, honey campaign your phone becala wala campaign your be becala wala campaign your be becala wala.
Exactly. I was saying like in last meeting with me
But if I don't have a loudspeaker, I don't have to connect headphone. I don't have to connect headphone. I want to connect it to loudspeaker. I want to connect it to the loudspeaker, but I don't know why. But just give me a few seconds. How comes? Is your Bluetooth on? No.
But for me, not sound nyimba mo ikane bro, you know.
Yeah, you are okay now. You are okay now. Yes. Now you are very clear. I'm from the back phone. Yes. Okay. So attend.
Okay. Abe mi foka URL ko la ko ay URL na political mbakale. Nyina ye ibe pare na ko bela kama ino ya understand. Ye pare to mo bela si attack no ya understand. Comme wala mundi wala nyitiko. Wo puta point no male.
Yeah.
Biri wol bodo gidibla manga kunda kola alikalo kakalo paka kumbo
no la moy
wol ko Ibrahima Dibala muta fati o jere wala na kani line kol kele ye ma nyal min ke yala wato ani ya siri kola bori kola je ye Ibrahima Dibala just pass month yang you know I understand that for last month
right
understand I want last month ya for month ending month
right
beginning month you know
right
understand
right
so those things you know ni calculate ya gibe Gambia di ka nyame at by right adama la kumu ka ja be ni ke Gambia no le ke advice be nyokan la nyaade bari adama ta ke dol hey de billahi wallahi tala kunu la ta dino ay la la ka ko bari kunu la ta la fana ko ni ke ba min be nyaado de membe Gambia maraka bi adama baro ko ata kuma fono la Gambia di wala mimba Gambia no ma ko la abe ba kala kuma kesta ngoldi kuma nyalanta wa ba uta maro ko adama ke ba honto toro wati ni fen adama ba tiri ba takali wala kan Gambia di wala Gambia be be nyari sama fama ta loku ni fen o minadu ta loku saban jombo Gambia di wala ila turol fi e tudu banko kono sama kunta itamal fi ila agric minister alba munakeno law ko kono alba munastep ta law ko kono ni sama banda alba Gambia di wala ma fen ikatali wala Gambia di wala
right
ikatali wala Gambia di wala ko jam na tol man kala mu tappo
Tafa dola fongo jibe ise ako 500 meter on the tree kaba adama ba no this is sad man Mustafa, this is very sad you know
no ablanga moni nyininka ablanga audience en kinaba waza kubolu ko bari te ma wana sa ko tunte ngamira to bo tolia katana jala ba ko tuna todo wala distance ko jibe katane so yiro bo je fono ro nyaadi de boy afta ko ninka ba ni bodo ko de ka ji yo dinti after Gio no ga yo yela may tela ko de.
Right.
But Adam e ka wa ko kele.
Right. But masibo Gambia male. You know, yeah. Mustafa, yagele. Definitely, of course, he can do it. Yagele, the more Adama Diamuda. Yeah, the more Adama Diamuda. Yagele, ko Mustafa, you know, akanyin men for be for nothing. Come on, go, you look at UDP from God. You know, isi dara yakaja nyoka. But memu kuwa nyimbe kuwa, walo nyimbe tol hamoto le kuribe nyimbe kelale. Nyine asabu nga fundita na puruka kamula UDP la kuwa nyinga, but they have it in plan. Now, Adama Barrow jigo membala, because Adama Barrow, number one, if you read the Quran, one of the signs of a hypocrite, one of those who will go to the last deck of the hellfire, Adama going into no, we have to say it, but we will. Yeah. Wol come nyina ka kula kala mi ala ko anyina ko bengala come ko adama ni tibal I will not do it, bro. I will not do it. Definitely. Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. Definitely, wallahi. Very, very irritating. Nyingo ko ye dimi buka wutuno nyingo ake dimi buka wutuno akana ke pat no jika be dinja lana ngadiam konkan ko to diamundi abuka nakumo me ba tante nganda hay diamu dola tamane nganda hay diamu dola billahi wala nyimba ko be la mala be ba be mo jimi le la ko do billahi wala na ba ko saya ba billahi wala I know bro gambe no man ko tara ko dani la jaral bundala karol I know bro I know bro company menika ko global bijele ko tu global bijele global mantaraki no yalo ikafanya dile somebody bro itolo nyaadi le nyim ko bit pengo mi bakere vaccine ikapol ki katara mol ko buga wita no block la akbar without no block tara gambe bente pengo lay man global what is it ko tuli amire tol man kala mu de katara diamu kan yow ndol tel na pol mediro ni taba Gambia wol ko non takate o pela moy billahi wala kala. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. It's a garden dinol ka mai la jeko ka nyame ka tara kali lala boy. Wow. They ma understand. Kulu mimba siring penka kongo no speaker no o mu jumala ko mati. Pol mediro no le rest la pour que la poet minti la panko la tundo dinol le sinige. But ni nga dola bengo la moy no like tumanjay ala foka nyini ka question dola pour ministre o ko ni ko bita ko la amanso la akbar wala biye Mustafa ya tuti nya bari yalo ko mera to ko no yeah definitely kan man to ko no because ko buri jay ni beto ko la lo ko te abdanga because ba ka tawol ke ni pare e kala may ba ni be ko la iba membo la jaar tamila salam de at tamila ko la yeah exactly you know Mustafa last week nyiziva kata Sierra Leone wolfanana minister li how to call it ni appropriation basic fala ni muda ya pass ya accept yalo ne banku dingole munake banku dingol tate no kan ka je ko no single member of parliament aidum parliament na bungu kono asamo banku dingol li tata like ye parliament no bunda solom ko there is no work because there is no need for that parliament. These are some of the things. And I also watched the video. Yeah. But never for the Babla, you didn't call them some giant from the general. Even no bending up for the Mala. Hey, one more mean but in Parliament be level and the cardo, but they will buff a parliamentarian. The Mandan cardo fellow. I know. And they will betray Barcelona. And they will betray the Mandarin MPP, the Manoka, Ali Peke Baba, Nidia, and the camera. Bakatera Mola company can buy, I don't know. Yalong. Understand. Almalaya Sonia.
many people.
Yes. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, Mustafa. Thank you so much, Mustafa Minde. Thank you, Barakabage Mustafa. Kaya ka mo for UDP. Okay, moto question na no. So number fele je ni melafaka dunna program ko. You can call this WhatsApp number. You can call this WhatsApp number and you join the show. Number ni isa call and you join the show same thing. Albe alla tafu je kumo member dakono alsafo no le nganna call dala. But it's very sad. I thought that I had it all, but without knowing that kuno amarantenga partner malamoy alayin 500 meters. Kabani nga selta mesando mawo moje. But this is the kind of a leader that we have. Hello Mustafa, kebe santo lahan sa inde.
Ko
yeah,
still alkana ni na UDP di wol still pardon ne dogal nga boycott no.
Right.
Na boycott ka modo te gele no. Still al nga boycott UDP call. Parce que ta campagne kalanto le tolma sur la plateforme gela batol.
That's right.
Even UDP TV&MEDIA UDP all but UDP la min la or UDP Finland chapter kamara bala platform is enough for us.
Yeah, definitely I agree with you.
Enough for us.
I agree with you.
Hey, come no la nga halo bula boy nga bula boy e bi la wala tele mo te dia nya nga mo min kan wona alfa e bula do. I'm going to leave you totally. This is a man la kotenga bi la wala tele.
I agree 100% bro. I agree.
Ala usenda kula ke to ala usenda julo be la ke do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I know.
Boy, mama boy, you muta jana na ndi net won bala usena ala ta kola tela bula. Ada lo tay. Ala usenda julo be boy.
I know. Kasabari. No, it's okay, bro. I know.
2016.
Yes, sir.
I regret that one.
Yes, sir. Sabari. Badingolo is so emotional now. Ali and Moiling, you never care in Gambia. And victims of an Momo Diamo de Bebeten, victims of the Momo Diamo de Bebeten. Mol Bay, Mol Nyakon Farin, because Munakera, I more belly disappoint. So this is the more reason. Nimbin program will GB come. Kukli Mige Wukumat and Ganyana. Ni any Facebook program give a UDP program or need a Marie Parade. What do you call this worker? Yeah? Okay, hold on. So Nita Maria UDP program or GB, the first thing Nita Maria can make a wall Ila more cool so on a bang, a foe Kate wafo, member caring. A quendima banque can Nepurkela Catol wife. I tell you, Bembekela. I never Coronal dealer, Kodo dealer, Handimera Catricasoda, Walela Catricasoda, Yokodo dealer. These are the two things Queben Menukela. These are the two things Menbekela. So let me take another caller. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Hey, Inimbara, Jumalamu. So, Mr. Suare, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
No do wala la timani jare kende ala.
Amin.
Wabeka to kunye magenna.
Amin.
Because atle be mol kunindi kan mol yalo munebe kere mpanko kan mo ala tirku pale. Kadu natle buka dia mugu eba mol kunindi imbe kere betarle tibola kono. Bale ndia mo yukuma bata ale platform on yelu. Ayo do ku kende bala amatla shimani jare kende adial la. For ninja ya siol ko ya kadesa wo kenye kambye mugu ko kaira bango ka pale ku kaira la adam baro ka jimma wonni ku bango kan kaira la ako mo kende kaira ti ala wuce ndabo ala ya menta be ala ya sindi bango kan ka fe na la ni UDP e gagné bango la Gambia fan soto le bolu nyale tetia foro ni nyanto soto mo be nyanto soto yo lese waringala anu wala le fara yo adam baro la diamo sansa pambala mo kan mansaki ite sita mansaki bango moli e ku dunia be la mo kan ifo ya lo ne ka ko dunia be de jibe kan montoro eru fule ite be kachala ite bugata tenten ne fu sampatan jaylo dum janala mbota janala ika afoko kaba metra kilo kaba jala ya o kaba sibu metra kilo lahi
io metre kilo pante mira wala metre kilo fula sabada metre kilo io jamia ada a video bi a kote gastel wala sando ne boto sarfe wala boto fare da boto jindi kaba metre kilo bebe kuru ka ba mo bebe le mo ko biya be le mo ko public ita man ta shi mo tro eri fula ita man ta shi tan ka bangolo ko bango be fufu pandandi mo la multi nyata na mo la dula beti nya man ta fendi mo la fitino fula talu wallahi o tino fula talu o ni ko dal mo la ita ba ta senten ne fo ita mo promise mo la hani ata de yimaake be sa fo no le dango mo le hakilo e tenku e ko dimba fo boliye ita ba ta senten ne fo zeta ka ba santolo mu yankumo dum ta genale wota ta genale no adam baro ani ku yam ka banno mo bara a boro mo minti do ba fala yentel diaspora a yentel bali le ko te carte fayla right mo be diaspora su ko non ko le be burje be ala a ko be bu dimma no banta a ke telephone da sa ta a ke telephone be be fero celale ni wole te amu right elafta ngama no som china maro boto na china boro na china carte dasi adam baro e do betla ko kubla da teba because of Adam Moro, I would December, I would deposition for no, I would December Botala. The Adam Moro Ganya, then they do before we can about it.
Yeah, because German from Damma, many very credible information from the refugee activists that almost 4,500 Gambians the German many alongo near the better deposition of Banke, because if I got done when a Puriabula for winter. So, you baby say 4,500 people, Ning Katafeta better, Ning a winter will be say because I couldn't German block. So, this is very true what you are saying. This is very true. This is very true.
Adam Barola the Yamat, the Bianco. Yeah. From the Lexina. I will follow the Amul Mantralekia. Senegal grown a little Adam Barola B. Yeah. After all, a Gunia will from a little digger. Because I mean, no. Bro, Barafa water, but you come in for your go to Sembentu and La Bakele, Kafo, Promope, Diamula Mori, Momoyalonko, and baby Yalamokan and income for. I sense make Bakele, I don't remember Giberona. Momoyalonke be Giberona, more the baby Sokano. And then I tend in Badi on Laco. Ni lafta, ye Marco Rosso de Bulocano. Il lafta in Yomoy, ye cut off a Hussein Dabo, ni Adam Baro Caneta, a light and Dilaco, Adam Lacanio, Buluna Montana, Yomoy, La Bounty, and Alama, La Bon. Alan in the Molaba. Because at all many along go, they make a Kodoki, Quetela Cairo, Munebala, Willa Munici and Abosida. Near the Barosida, Mom Gambia di Home along Koye, Bama or Garino Wafi, Famalia, Nisol Wafi, Bagwil, Manco. Baby said like you. Momayano came and said, to Abole Kodola, Adam, a Fongo Fento, to Abole Kodola, Fongo Fento, about Kodota like I will Barajawoni. Fubarani malam fubaraja ulang abakela le abakela kuno jereka ko bella abakela ina asabu man sayala do a chop baraka ina asabu ngo APRC be famole nene kam tubabo le ko di nyina pour ay yaaja medito la almale daga kila ko malo ni ko ci ba de ta ko ci baro la moy anga cer le député de famole bi fo yo alo damma ko ni ko ci baro la moy ni ko ci ko e dam molti e ci baro la moy andi e dam molti a femba dol bi be kalamale o yalo no be keri right adam baro be ne lo yama right wala adam baro billa UDP ngola de e be ngol mu doti wala e UDP ko nyako e menyen adam baro fo e si ka fay na ta ta ko le ko way abe buriye adam baro kay Allah ala solda insha rabbi da be mo yimma be roboni ba ko do ida makaro yi adam baro wonti abanta bulli andu dino haydra mi fo wa tama zeli fititele ako samabe ti yaro kila amam bay ako adam baro wadi bila tila ata kuma kende fola kuma yalo do ko mo do bungro wo fitita naga mo
is this one president? Eh, wala sa mko eko. Thank you. Adiamo siada. Assalamualaikum bading. ngadole ta bari ade mari mantra connect kang malum na kala network ko +30 I don't know mal mate bari +306998130867 ila pongo ngi tale bari mo connect no so be do tala ngajibe modo fanam fele abe ko lana let me pick that one bar nga nyindo ta e bar nga nyindo dundi do fala ko la +30 kaysa call kinang ninyo do bata geway be call la wala ka ngi call taw de ani ko mas tambake assalamu alaikum +39 jumale mo ani ibe call la mo do
hello
assalamu alaikum jumale mo ani be call la mo do ibella moy kan mobile o men wala computer o fa ba ko ngadiamo ko ngomo no whatsapp okay mo le bari ibella moy kan mobile o men wala computer o fa ba ibella moy kan men na facebook o fa ba
okay hello
okay saya kam moy
yeah me mo gana
perfect welcome to the program jumala kile mo ani ba ko la men toldo
Ibrahim Sawane me ko la
Italy Mr. Sawane welcome
yeah rewe na le ko lembare
alhamdulillah allo yaade
yo mi ya ngo ta no me ko me la wala ni live no
right that's so
da la me tra na de ko gawan me jare na ko kende balro ko kande no
baraka way
yeah wal ko ngi dal la da mo ko min la man ko dawi ko mon ti ala ni video je bande waja waro no ta ma tran de la par video ni ne ngaji te aka ko da ni pa yo ku ko he ti ko de grina ko ji de ko ma video ni de mo ma please ko na tre da le si ko ko la tre da le si de kam da ko e kam da din ko ho
katalo mo de
masala ta ti ni nyani masala ku ma ni nyani
yeah
ite si da wede mo de jone yo commande ne ha mandala wa ko e amni ti hu le for la la mo di no ganin santo do tari sama ko ni smaro mi do ere ma mo ko mandi e ko mo bo e nam da ni no plan pour ka ko woli banko anya ti na le som la ni sa bali kim ni ko do fata le banko ka ite ko dia mo la ede ka mo ite ka mo le bo hande ni le ke ngani buru ni ka ma dan ko do e kanyim be ko don pour ka ka tono ni don ka mo jidinda mani na gajire akla plan mo de tu ya wala na le wati mo kende ko dino haidara ami ane sabo haidara France yemi ko nyala e ko election ye de temo mo de jante ami election te mo boro ko ke la bimbe ta ko ke ne kala ada kuma kende ko la mi alon ka so mo nyata na boro la kundo ko na jaw na be ero ala nawo ay action dal ala dar era lan ngaye ko Usman dan
ulam to yaadi
mana masala quality de nyani dunia ko kabini ke impantolo ni tena na maji dunia ko masaka kite ide la bongo mo ni te ke dia be kam mo jindi ka ko e ka tara ki kam de be tali lan anga alga la ni ka ba mo ko ne mo ko je mo na ko na bo
ko defana mamo e bar sayne mo ba fo ga ko adima ga ko adinna may kasala kama do kam 500 meters yalong woni tonya momenti ko be tonya momenti baro manke moti mi alon ka tonya fo andu ati tonya fo lañi ani kambe ko
ke wakile masal bo ke wakile kamase bo ko boro la karo pour boro niya ko kende ga to na ma ko woni akonye ko boro akonye ko nyaato ko akonye hada bo jama akonye boro ko samantero mala manke jama morla akonye ko nato Gambia ko no padam paso do na kala do ta mo ko ko nyo ko ni boro ta mo waranda mo ko na mo ye ka ko abu ko ni ji abu ko na ka ga nya abu ke ka ko nyo
mo do le ko solo no
abu ko ni ujanya ka abu ko boro wa de ana be dia mo abu ka bu ka ta abu ko na ka ga nya ni ko na paso ko be tem
right
ko ni mo jo jama ko ni ko ra mo ko ni ma ko ya ba
besa alo ne ke bangi alo ne
mimi yedo nyenga ko mi last 2016 that for ko le go ta ko that for ko ba ke nyol di jumura la mo be ni kala di ma ye mo bali ka kardo fa ma lon ka kardo no fa ana gam jam kardo fa that for di kardo ko na ra jeldo e yudi bi be na yo awolo lo wala ka ba mo ba ni mo di no di wa kita nyawnya ni ko kamo la ya ko nyawnya mo jamal be la ma idu na nyawnya e ko mo jamal na ma gani idara nyaaw nyana da ko ko ngi do kabilo be ko bari so do ila kabilo ko so min dige do ni ada ko mo jama da kar station do so min ma da ko kar station ke banana na boista ana to ka jere le mari ka je karte ke ubar karte to wa ba ka je pan ayla mo ye dia mo la mo ya dira ko ka to ala di la da ba ko ya ji la da na tar ko kolo ana jere le adun ko ko ta ay lundo to la da la kan do ko ba wala ma ta sama ay ka ni ko be ma ko ni ka tarraje so ni ka tarraje da si ala la di barna jilla da ko yim krake ba so na ikita de kila mongolo kola so mombi o manyo so ora alina kasi amar la mari pana na gibe or boro wote ni boro continue ba alaji how many people need for the German Sweden and I know the country how many people need for the Gambia
Isan
and ya jini da ya mo fa boro fa kala mutala mana anya ka Perti kamu meti so ho ila bo mo beti ko na o libina wa ko minna edo mo la na wa kala ma ko jindi ko be ma ke ko edo ga ta mo le sala ko yede ko di bo Isan ni re di bo di wala Isan ni re di bo mo di la haji ko bari to di bo na ke wa ba nan di ko mo wala ko di la mo ja o bila ko e mbala fal ko ma dangol no ako bo ya di mo di ko na amu na ko de na ka de ate ganna mane ala o di da mane babu lo ako bimu bila school aro mina wa atla gari mo so ni atla gari ko na di mo na school do re kata ma ko di bondur na gari na ko wa ko ni lan so ko ni ala na di sama na wala ba ko la uduma ko da one na jiro ita I don't know the matter how many 1,000 300,000 200,000 I don't know nero ka wala adi sama na wala sa du nda ko awdu ate wo ko ni no ndo jo ka ko baro ka te ni wala ka te ni na aku min jere ke wala kana ke bula ma ko no ke bula ko ko ga pa to ku mo nyama malam min yalla mo yeji ko be Gambia so ila ina de la role la do ni sa sama jamal taraji min bi yalla do fa min fana bi yayi ko so Gambia at least be jamu na mole baro ya boni baro am ko ci bu baro tambi 2016 inshallah
inshallah
na la kila mo de tara ko mo jam ani APR simbol kana mo to ka biya APR di maro ne wol kine be kine ne kande
right
APR simbol fa la ka go abara ko na tero de maro la pra APR ya je nanna bai la dida so mina la ko la ta ka mo ma e kila so do ne ne la ya je mina bar wol mandar maro ma ya je mina ko la wol ya je no ko do ko la e ko la di fa ko wani
wol boko do le no kam wol fa mata o bende ke pati ni su pati la kanila wol la bari ka e na so so ni le ko le ke ka la ko ya je mina la nge mina wol ya na kati ko ora mo jara ma ko ya je mina na ma da bo da mo right
so so ni na la ko be kala mo ya na kati ko ya je mina mo right ni fa bagar ni mo ko le di janel ni ramo jara ni wul be ba ma wani la ka ko to la ko se fa ani la yo mo ko se de mo ne
to ya
ma ese sta ma je bele ila so ko so wuri ko ke il faut que te ga bal ka to ko mo ita na ne ba ke ma ni ko ne ba e ramo jara mo do ba ke ramo do bi no no da ka da pele mo
Tonya.
So ni kai amare abla me ko di ko sa ne
baraka baka wa embading. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling. So embading will be Lamin Bojang tibe dentro lagi bari ngamre la elan dentro mam jawya baki purung ye bondige. So nyimme tan ko la plus 30699 badunga call bang say malum fala network ko ba alawal ban nay ñomo no ba ni ñi badage be tu ko la dama tala ni ñi badage assalamu alaikum plus 30 jumala mo andi ba call kay men tolto
assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh alaji silla me call kay kan grisle
wa alaikum assalam warahmatullahi misa silla baraka ba kay dum programme ko no
bismillah
bari bella moy kam ibel lamoy kam Facebook o damanto la wo faba ibel lamoy kam damanto men Facebook o na wo walo ko faba ba yela sa
no YouTube lo e kam wala sa
no say mo kam moy very good okay sabe dia
okay ngal kon dom ba ke alla programme di arim ba ke
ni jo baraka ba ke baraka
etalam ke ken doti
ha etalam ke ken doti
to men bela to kende ba and to kasel landi ba do ko fanan na
baraka ya baraka
ke keken de man dia de ni ga mo la keken do amari tonya bole kele kan ni wa ko karum keken de bana karum keken de ba do ani mo nyin karo ke tonya bole kele kan
anna kiyangula be bar ko keken dolu wol man keken dati de
no e ba keken do le te bare folo mba frale mba limbara ba ke mba tindul mba jeina
baraka Mr. Silla, thank you.
Albedo ko kendo men nyin kamul kontan ba kele ale aron kilalo almala jo kila rona bokoto
amin
ntelafta ko mo fola ntelafta Gambia mo ban Gambia no be nyinen kala fo nteman right so ban comment le sa do courant e tarje man right so na sa do jiwe tarje ban man right so ban commune na sa do le tan kendo so reje fo comme a Gambia dio fonta fana mo nyan to so ban nte kundi wude nte la kundi ya miro fe ngabre nganyan to so do
bake
nte de banku men kan jante nga singlo jan samenna nte wudmo kar wor kayto yole dinna bari nga bungu soto mbe bungu kono anen fonko bari wudmo kan fam mem fon kan damal sene baki
Allahu akbar
bari comme kamul hakli mayande kaje ka bula president no comme dan ko toron dem bi da an ko doron mulla hakli jero nyinda tambila wala bitulo duniya tambila wala ni aje mulka baate mulka ko bege pour kata tuba dum ne keta ila wulu banko ka ila nyanto mi de buka sot noje ni tata wandi banko ka mi alon ko mambu je hanji kan ma we ka nyanto so de buko so de bal fa warta baaki
definitely tonya
andi ko yiru kunto simi ba ko nyawnya bo ceno bambori sina to simi jawja yi ay to tunoje ya buka tunoje fo fonde tayya
walam tonyati
woto mol nyanta mem faama da mol be kelo mem bila amanki hasidi yani ku ko de mol nya bala mol be keren dunya ko ite ani o mandarje e kamalu fam ni mo nyin kay bodan min tola ko e kamalu fam ka fa mboda nyin la ka na dum da gugul na ta ja te trenji de min te dialete
definitely bari
woto nyim ko bala fa warta baake inte be jang man kende kan fa ma tende baake bar be kabrin ambulance kabna le tano kile kabna ambulance kile e ko ni ko fosi jino ba e ko ni ko be de tel ko gombe ta banya ko fosi jino ba ko hande jino ko ni da jino selno jet e ko ni ko yemini tanta mo foje jenno futa jende be jila duma to nga ambulance ta lorun du
Allahu akbar wala mo badi wala mu ko woni
ina ta yan samba biyan ko le tano fana yan dundi insistant wono to kan tek ka ko beji be ndem mi nte bi de wo nyama ten nte wuro de banko men kan nte baba mosoro nte na mosoro nte dumul fana na wol mo fana to ko dem muno mbala fa bati bi mo nyenti hakilo le baki
wallahi
bar ni ba fo kan ni ko president ko ten bi ko president de sa fo ko UDP ko long kongo ten UDP e kala men mo be son ko UDP mo baraka din ani baraka patiolom sen di ni keso makate bay ko ba ko do keso mo la pour ko londo e kam na fe ka UDP ko woto ni mu UDP ko la do jabot nte be men dal la UDP ko buldo wala ndi ko mo kunta mi alon ko kuma kenso be kan ndiro fo alkane tol fo ala platform mol ake daraja ndile
okay
be dere to kenso ni non la to ni no mo bola alkane to pour la plateforme wolto e manki momi manki mo kendete alhala taala ni alhalo ponji ma alhalo pon man bete nar ko to ko alke darjandil al mo kulla
okay bon wala
ndedda mandam momi ni momi ko tay dango dongo be toni non to kense nyawon ton dron pour ko to pour ba ka kuma and dron wa won na ma alon ko ite alfa momi alfa kon nuli te atel kalo alkabula wolli la kado mo so la bula mel fo alfa kon and ite ta so ko be tayo bula la do tala moli na si ko yo la moy wala dia wala ni ala moy ndab ka ki moy buka la moy to so na da mol ka funte kar ko tay parce que ni ka mari ka mala we ka ki moy ni ko mi ka dara jendle même ma longol kala yo oda mor nyenta fere kele ni la nga ngati lo je baki ya parce que mbel la moy ro la man de ngod la to bar ngamoy mul bulatam mul le mi alon ko aynda akoy niyo ke baki ngal ko mo mi alon ko man kala mo day man hormone buña soto o mo sifa don de poste o sifa keno ko bala fa war baki andi to dum ko be tuwa du ite be dum ko be tuwa ko lu kan tuwa bankol ka ite nyaaba la wala démocratie bi nyaadi le jada ken dia be nyaadi le bado be nyaadi le ko be nyaadi le yang hani man tar do kula ini ibandar do kula be siri puri kana sunyaro be kana penge man taka pendala ya di le poni kam kana sunyaro be kana boy mo kare kare penge ko be kere jam
bisan tonya Mr. Cecil tonya Baraka bake Mr. Silla baraka ila contribution ala sabo bake ko la besiari baraka bake mbading ya kata bake ye kata kudlakan. Thank you so much. +49 be +49 tala ni wo bote ge ngamera +49 nge receive le bari makay connect kan no +49 1573 ni tala bari mang connect no be ni number do tala na last call ni tanga +39 did I take +39 okay so +49 ni tala ko take assalamu alaikum jumala mu ani ba ko la mundo
Mustafa Bajo di Jaman.
Mustafa Bajo.
Jaman ya.
Bajo kundang ko ite mum bari nati. Ne dum programme ko no Mustafa.
Anka ndam ki am ko ndam e bar nati ya.
Ifana mara kiyane sa dañu badu nga fa bajane ho bajane. Ya bajane. Yalo ndul mulan sa role ni ko do fo jama bi nga subile de.
Alhamdulillah kekendo ho dum wo ndol.
Kekendo bu kenaba ngolet. Kian kenaba.
Eta mbado ngon da fam ke bangol
mashallah bela no bafangala me nyoma la ngadu programme
bari exactly ngadu programme kon rom ko ma ya adro na president men kra dam barote mbala diam kan la me kala kuma kan ko nyinnem kuma bu ka finti mol ka
ngo bari ikon na kiyam ma wala 5 meter fangol be jema wala 5 meter jalolo ani ga honya dile
oye
500
alenga bugala ga men bondol ma ngi ay risala pula molla bu mun nyata wala nyanta de dala na dino ko no nyosa bo bije no wata baga tam wol ko mande kasi ka diam wol tema amon tenge melon ko asam wol kuno fano ata kallo oh my god
abala fa warta badinga abala fa warta bake
abala fa warta ndol même pas na man diamu nyin dina nyaron ko le pour be kap nyoma ga kilomti ay be ko manda ni kata dino nin mbe killing mbele Muhammad bare no ma pour mol be ga kilomti so be Islam council nin rawda be ga kilomti amo hon keno de because of aka minaje ya mar la nyambulu e ka fala ni di amata do sa nyen dol wala kardo fala ni di amata nyen dol de kardo fala presle nyanda ita nyanda tarda temale
wahi
même kerim banko ga yo adresse ni même man kardo fay ni me afa fay bare say problème wala kering sara kula kundalem ba kan na foino na dina kul kono ita mama aylo ayo ina na mon president mo aylo ayo
yalo
jamon stop lo la janne nan ko jamon ala la bun ye purka nalo
wahi
ada ka diamo diam fa malo ka diamo diam po luolu la ka diamo diam po ko ka molle bondaba
wahi ya fo yalo mo kendo be bonna
ka molle fandala bari de ke baba ka don bango alfa bay daga nawo e kana lo ka tale ulama
wahi
mona mo sina lo ndro sala ko tale la ngai sama
yalong jama fana sobida munela muna asabu anyin manya ke eko biloni yale ba condition ko medo yalong kuno ye 1.5 billion Gambian dollars ye wole approve pour ibida même pour sum pansan na bawo ye afoko ko dalila la kabele kala so jama ko abe Gambian le district kan world pour Gambian kana concentrate wodo wala adum nyin falaba photo but it's very unfortunate that keba especially Bangola president ka fundi ganyi manyal fo manyal ben yalon ko hani tindingo ben yalon ke dum mo le makasi bafo
ke kendo ngando ko mamwe tafasala mutafasala ndo ko ngamwe la bafo kan no ako bala fa warta because ni aji ben na dikte bum fon dikte bum ko e janjang ku because wala be fonko jibe kan be president jibe kan ko wonde nemu banko la samade dipte wala be nyanda lolo kan no ma de bodo UDP de bodo APRC de bodo general banko la sama albe nyanda lolo kan ali o kala ayta definitely bari amanya kala president mempo wala ma di president nyaar len ta kala bari ni son na ni na dipte son da nyim ko do findiran ni wallahi do man bebe do no julo la
definitely
bebe do no julo ko adam baro karre fa sa mo ko karre fa de ma fo mo bije so karre fa de ma fo mo site be ko mamur nya ma da ko di ba karam flat le prum
yalong nyilbe karre fa sanku wolto anin ila last bi sunya road bawo ni ngaba ala bala nyilbe kale to la budget la bangoti be mental Gambia to yala ya jamme 22 years like Gambia
important thing fanan be na ko nyanda ka fo molbe kafulo kolto
okay
ka follow pro nyin ka be sawon kola
okay
ya la wa the group lol tarin pro nyin ka be sawon because mo man na la kila idea saw e bulu wili lulu
definitely mbadi definitely okay so Mr. Bajo fa ko nga fo ko abesula le number Mustafa mbala number screenshot let me screenshot his number nga dila ni nga defo ni nga diam dan sa dila Mr. Bajo malon fe biya so Mustafa mbe Mr. Bajo la number ni ba screenshot la nga screenshot ko Mr. Bajo malon fe biya yo Mustafa ko abesula le number la tafasira ko nga fo ka abesula le number so nim problem tige ba dila la wala defo sa ko mandi ina nyomo ngam different Facebook la ay
Tafasana, yes, no madia, no man.
Okay, problem tige, bela no madia, ni fango banda yama.
Yes, no madia, but more better, but game, but ning tal serotan na ko lamang mal inform la.
Problem tige ongul, baraka bake, medyo man.
Baraka, thank you so much, man. Baraka.
Kaya mbadi ngulu wala mu kiam kolti yalon tol, kiam ko be mo hakilo mo fankolati, ka fanya dile fanka solati, ni mendiam da. Pamoja moja mama za bio kawe kiango to nyela nyina kiango be haglo ni fanga solo yalo pamoja anyway pamoja fa ukanto te yo because pamoja kiang kan ko dan ko ya muda dingol so asa en kai kiango da wori bari un kollo so last call ko kan that's the last caller malong from bad sotla nole okay temandra sikakam so mbadi ngolu sky kamo be konton to men be jibe do la ka fali ko la baraka ba ke jibe menu yalon kalbe YouTube auto ba refon konton na men fana be Twitter ba fala refon be ko la baraka ba ke be stream kan na second YouTube channel on fana do men keta GZ multimedia ngamo linko ke 910 GZ multimedia on be YouTube auto so I'll say fankaje ali subscribe auto fana it's the same thing no ka trust stream kan ge fana ne ka blol fay bajala ko be fundila nyameng benying mo furo be information o shala nyawnya na nyama ko futa dunia bema ngawoke so I'll say Ros kada GZ multimedia ngalin ko men click kigeten UDP TV media link ko click ge YouTube link ko nia click abe sambala YouTube channel to ni futara go YouTube channel nyito just subscribe to that channel bajala ko ni notification do natige you can also be notified. So ala baraka bake kam fo many call ke kal be konton ke u kafale ko ala baraka bake ali akata bakele al bela contribution no be ade majele yinamu kacha nafati ku jama bota nyoto jang tafnam fo ma wol dol fo be kalamta mo be konton na bafala be ko ala baraka bake sana binala live program wala janding na be sel joga ngamara hadi dem ba fana nyana kana program wala so ka watul bonni nyoko do anin ka jofu watola bafala ko ala baraka bake Luntang JT ako ngo is your airport finished now dala airport banda juna ngasta ka use badu ngo lato badu ngo na airport banda anyway ngasta ka use okay so ala baraka bake mbani ngulu ngak mum fali alkana ngina alta YouTube or alias type ge GZ multimedia o ningo be patandi la ngalinko kijam ngalinko kijane alinko nyi ngole be screen note nanteng bati bajala comment o nyi to jele so ni comment o nyi click rek go YouTube linko nyi abe sambala wo GZ multimedia le so it's a subscribe GZ multimedia katara stream kan give on live as usual like new program o nyi membita kan de science thing be stream kan nying UDP TV media Facebook page o be stream kan UDP TV and media YouTube be stream kan Twitter UDP TV and media be stream kan GZ multimedia YouTube fana so bajala ko you have all the options come follow from anywhere so say subscribe no nalon ko mujama be jang wol they are already a member of UDP TV media Facebook and YouTube so but albidala GZ multimedia ali subscribe no fana kafali ko ala baraka bagi assalamu alaikum binda sek thank you keken do baraka bagi fana baraka assalamu alaikum